Well, good, marvelous Monday morning, everybody. Waking up in the Sunny TV Clubhouse. Rise and shine. Emotionally hydrate, because today we're serving history, heart, heroism, high notes, and just a little healthy chaos, of course. But we're the show where the brick-lined streets have heartbeats and women make history feel alive. Where overtime goals rewrite legacies and Northeast Florida stands a little bit taller. Finally, they can reach me. Where tough conversations happen with clarity, not chaos, and even where whales are out there aging like fine art in a winning way. This is community and conversation and a little sass with a lot of heart. Of course, this is Sunny TV. But before we get into all the news stories and unpack this with the TLDR, we got to get to the queen of the Sunny snack scene. Mel, what were we snacking on this weekend?
Well, yesterday we were MCs for the Betty Griffin quarter auction for the Betty Griffin
What a
House.
fun time.
Yeah, David and Sheem and I were
Almost
there.
everybody had a great time.
Almost everybody. Well, and I will tell you, they had a barbecue truck there, smoking butts.
Rubbing butts.
Rubbing butts. And I will tell you this. Okay, so I don't like my food to touch. So I got a pulled chickens with a little bit of the mac and cheese, and I asked if it could be in like separated. He put it in, the owner put it in these separate containers. I was so happy.
Did you keep? I feel like you should have kept the containers, because that was a very cool customer service moment.
It was very good. So we're officially kicking off Women's History Month the Sunny Way by celebrating a woman who literally brings history to life. Kimberly from the Tasting Tour, she was tour guide of the year this year, and she's in the building today. She doesn't just walk through St. Augustine. She connects the past to the present and makes every cobblestone feel like it has a heartbeat.
I love that. She's a big Sunny fan and an incredible lady, so I'm super excited to share this great journey of being tour guide of the year. That's a lot of fun. Plus, we have a Sunshine Shenanigans story involving a promotion and a villain boss that kept a scoreboard that may or not been rigged. This is absolute corporate drama, but we're going to get into that. Ashim, you're going to love this story.
And one of my favorite events is the Epic Flower and Garden Expo. So this will be my tropical redemption arc.
I know, because you didn't cover your plants over the winter.
They're just taking a nap.
They're taking a nap. Your plants are gone.
Stop with the negativity. They're just taking the sleeps.
How do you know? Do you feel the pulse?
I
do you have a
talked to
heartbeat?
them yesterday.
I mean, if you had a heart,
I talked
you
to
would
them
have.
yesterday. They said, we're just tired, Mel.
You would have covered them anyway. All right. We also got some St. John's schools, a recalibration. We'll see what happens. Excellence, but adapting to the future. We'll see.
Yeah, and we've got whales serenading their way into fatherhood.
And a Monopoly secret. I don't love the game, but we're going to learn how to be a Monopoly pro.
And Motown Monday for the dads who taught us how to drive and harmonize.
I love it. It's fierce.
It's fresh.
It's Sunny TV, baby, and it's Monday. Let's say hello to the great Bailey Group and the great Steve Chapman's All-American Air.
Be ready for anything with the Bailey Group, an NFP company. Life is full of unexpected moments. Whether it's securing your family's future, protecting your business, or planning for individual wealth, the Bailey Group is here to guide you every single step of the way. Since 1954, the Bailey Group has been a trusted cornerstone of the St. Augustine community. Under the leadership of President Mark Bailey, they've grown from a local agency into a nationally recognized firm, offering tailored solutions for individuals, families, and businesses, with a focus on individual health and life insurance, Medicare solutions, group insurance, and property and casualty commercial coverage. The Bailey Group combines cutting-edge technology, strategic partnerships, and personalized service to deliver the peace of mind you deserve. Give them a call today, 904-461-1800.
Hi, I'm Steve Chapman, owner of All American Air Conditioning and Heating. For over 40 years, we've been serving St. Augustine and the surrounding areas. We're the largest HVAC dealer in St. Johns County, providing high-quality service and products. With courteous technicians responding to your HVAC needs, our expertise will give you confidence in your investment. Family-owned All American Air Conditioning, voted Best of St. Augustine for more than 20 years running.
Okay, so let's get into the weather. It seems to be working nicely.
Yes,
Okay.
so today's weather, you guys get ready because it is sunny and it's going to be great because we are now getting into spring and daylight saving time begins next weekend, I think. It's either this weekend or next weekend.
Spring forward.
Yes, today is going to be a high of 71, but it's going to feel 73. Winds are northeast at 10 miles per hour with wind gusts up to 17 miles per hour. Tonight, it's going to drop down to only 60. It's going to be very clear with wind gusts to 14 miles per hour.
Sounds
It's
nice.
gonna be a good week. Yes,
I'll
it
take
does.
nice weather. That's good.
Here we go. Everyone's favorite segment, Details by Dean.
DetailsByDean.com.
And FYI, Dean said that he looked up the domain detailsbydean.com and he said it's available. I said you should get it and put your facts on there.
Should definitely get it, but I'm not paying you, Dean. This has got to be a volunteer organization. Let's go, girl.
Here we go. Birthdays are up first. Rebel Wilson turns 46. Daniel Craig is 58. Chris Martin is 49. John Bon Jovi is 64.
Oh.
Australia's Prime Minister is 63.
Okay.
And today, the passing date, Dr. Zeus, Desi Arnaz, Sam Houston, and Gorbachev.
Okay.
So what
Dr.
actually...
Seuss died today.
Yeah. What actually happened today? Texas declared independence in like a day, and it was literally bold.
Okay.
Dr. Zeus was born, and yes, he started his career as a loophole and iconic behavior. Congress banned the slave trade in 1807, and a 15-year-old named Claudette Colvin refused to give up her bus seat before Rosa Parks.
Remember this,
Yep,
yeah.
so teenagers, guys, you can change the world. Wilt Chamberlain dropped 100 points on one game. The Sound of Music premiered, and the world collectively started spinning in fields.
That's right.
And March 2 is given Rebellion Rhythm Sports Records, and honestly, it's a solid day. I would attend it again.
Actually, that's really cool that you just said that. So you said March 2nd is giving Rebellion, Rhythm, Sports Records, and Dramatic Architecture. All of our stories today reflect that. So I think that we're aligned for greatness.
How
Just like
interesting.
this local music report. Sonnies, let's drum it, hum it down, Sonnies. It's time to make the local music report to make you proud on this marvelous Monday, March 2nd. We got Richard Konsicki at Cafe Alcazar at 12:15. I guess Jim Lim's taking a break today. Kevin Edwards. Hurricane Grill and Wings at 5. Sam Passetti at PK starting at 6 o'clock. Stu Weaver, Harry's Seafood Bar and Grill at 6. Parker Barrow at Cafe 11 at 8 o'clock. Toto is playing tonight at the Amp. That's awesome.
I love Toto.
I love a Toto moment. That's 8 o'clock p.m. And then we have Johnson Burns finishing out the Trade Winds at 9.
Yes.
Man, I got some great expectations for that local music report.
People are looking for a company, I want people to have great expectations. We are a small family-owned brokerage. What that means is you get really personalized service and everything is very hands-on. You're not just getting tossed onto the MLS and crossing our fingers. We're very aggressive with our marketing. We're excellent with communication. We have a lot of amazing relationships in the community, so you're getting the advantages of all of those things.
All right, Sonnies, we're kicking off Women's History Month with a woman who teaches us history in our streets. Today, we are shining the spotlight on a woman who quite literally brings history to life. She was just named Tour Guide of the Year for our Loves Tasting Tours St. Augustine. And if you ever walk the streets of St. Augustine with her, you already know why. She doesn't just share facts. She tells stories, connects the past to the present. She makes every brick-lined street feel like it has a heartbeat. From hidden history to unforgettable flavors, she's the way of turning a simple stroll into an experience that you'll never forget. Please welcome the incredible Kim to Sunny TV. Kim, welcome.
Hi, what an intro. Wow. You're sure that was me?
I worked
Yeah,
all
about
weekend
me?
on it, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so special. No, I've had an incredible opportunity to take one of your tours, so I know firsthand how much heart you put into this. I went with Renee, and that was such a special moment.
Absolutely.
So can you dive into how this tour guide journey began?
For me, kind of a crazy story. Well, not really crazy, but a little different. So I quit my job to take care of my elderly parents. They were still in their home. We were trying to keep them in the home. And I was the sibling that was most able to do that. So I quit my job.
God
took
bless
care
you.
of them through COVID. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Through COVID, it was something.
We talk about this a lot on the show, elder
yeah.
care. So it's
Listen,
such a sacrifice.
Anybody needs a hug, support. I've been there because I was also in healthcare previously, and I
Okay.
specialized in geriatrics. So it's kind of, I love my old people.
Awesome.
So so I quit, and then it got to the point we had to move them into an assisted living. And then I was like, what now? And I had some girlfriends that worked for the tasting tours, and they said, you'd be really good. You'd really love it. And I thought, I never met a microphone I don't like.
See? Okay.
So this might be the gig for me.
I love this.
And it was. It's been, well, first of all, look where we live.
I know, I love that.
I mean,
Absolutely.
it makes the job so much easier.
Yes, yes.
And because all of us that live here, we love it.
Yeah.
So it that shines through when you're taking people around, whether they're tourists and have never been here before.
Yeah.
Or locals. It's amazing what we can show locals that they're like, wait a minute, I've lived here. I never did this, or I never went here.
I learned something very interesting about Kim. So at the Christmas parade, the only reason I like to go to the Christmas parade is for the Newfoundland dogs. They walk them and they have the little
The
Santas.
giant dogs.
Yes, that's the only reason I go to the Christmas parade. Kim and her newfie, Humphrey, walked in the parade. They go every year, and he was the one that had the little Santa on his back. And I even made the comment. I remember I'm like, that one has a Santa. So Kim has a Newfoundland. I like her even more now.
Amazing.
My claim to fame.
And that is a claim to fame because that's a really big integral part of the Christmas parade. So that's really fun.
The most important.
It is.
So what made you fall in love with St. Augustine?
It has such a rich and diverse history.
Yeah.
And really diverse. So there's so much for people to look at and enjoy, because between the Spanish and the British, the Menorcans,
Yes.
all of that, and then talking about the Gilded Age, Victorian Age, Henry Flagler, and how he really was kind of the reason we've become the tourist destination that we have.
He was a little scandalous.
Yeah, he
yeah,
was.
his moral compass.
We call him a bad boy on this show, honey. Yes. Now,
Yeah.
Blanche Altavilla, she's our girl. We love
Yes.
some Blanche. So, talking about do you have specific historic stories that you do on your tours? Do you change them up? What's that look like?
One skill that's really good for a tour guide is to be able to read the room.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be able to look at your people, because if you're well, first of all, we're a food tour. We're
Right.
not a history tour.
Okay.
But of course, we're in the cities, the oldest city in the United States.
Yeah.
We have to talk history.
I think that was cool. A part of your tour was like the niche. Like we were eating the eats and we were drinking the drinks, but you also had these really cool vignettes of these stories of the Spanish or the British or the Menorcans. Like I love that because it was like an aha moment, like a light bulb went on. It was like, wow, this is fun, and really kind of connecting the food. It's almost like a pairing of food with the historic facts.
Exactly. And I'm so glad you got that from me.
Okay,
So,
good. Yeah.
So we have all of that history. And so it just gives us so many things to talk to people about and introduce them to. And one thing that people don't realize about St. Augustine, I know you all have talked about on the show, and I love it. I am continually shocked at how people do not know our civil rights history here.
Yeah, this was a big one for us this year. Yeah.
So people are just like their mouths are hanging open when I tell them these stories. But like I said, you have to read the room.
Yeah.
So if I'm blathering on about history as we're walking here or riding there, and I'm starting to sound, like Charlie Brown's
Wah, wah,
teacher.
wah.
Yeah.
You have to read the room, because some people love it and some people are like, all right, can we just eat?
Yeah.
Where's
I
the
would just put
wine?
food in the
That's
mouth.
me.
That's
You know,
this
yeah.
one, yeah, because
Yeah.
she's like, I tune out, I don't know, and I just throw something in her mouth,
Yeah.
and she's like, okay, perfect.
If I'm hungry, I'm not listening to you.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It's like a disinformation.
So for me, I just trying to be like, I tell people, listen, I'm gonna be like Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sprinkle a little history. And I talk about the things that I think are really cool and interesting.
Yeah.
Little tidbits that they
Speaking
wouldn't
of
normally hear.
cool and interesting, you have like a Mrs. Roper tour.
Oh, my God.
I love this. We have an image if we could put it up on
Oh,
screen.
no.
Oh, I got you
I
good
am
today,
go-
girlfriend.
oh,
Absolutely. I think it's number 2.
Davey.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh my god.
But this was such a great tour. This literally shattered a glass ceiling for you, in my opinion, as your friend. I think this got you to a level of tasting tour tours, which was fun and whimsical. I want to wear a muumuu and an afro wig in those streets. It's amazing.
You have to have zero pride. I have no pride, clearly. Because think about it. I would have like up to 13 women. We're all dressed alike when you're together.
Yeah.
It
There's
seems
your
perfectly
award.
normal to have that outfit on.
Yeah, yeah.
But when you're leaving your office to go meet your group and have, I don't know, 5 blocks to walk in a curly orange wig and a big muumuu and blue and green eyeshadow.
Right.
You look normal.
I love it. But
Yeah, maybe
super
right for our
fun.
streets, yeah.
But there's a whimsical moment too. Were you like that as a child? Were you like the dress up and the imagination? What was that like?
Okay, that's a funny question because my childhood dream, but it got dashed because, life gets in the way. My dream was to have a job like the servers at the Stardust Diner in New York.
Yeah.
I love this.
I wanted to serve people and sing and then make my way to Broadway.
Well, you're kind of doing that. You're serving
Yeah.
people, telling stories. You could just randomly sing.
Well,
we
I
are
ha-
flat and
I
off key.
have.
We have appreciation for flat and
have.
off key
You
on
just
this
sang.
program, so we love that. Yeah, it's all with passion and conviction.
Yeah.
Listen, my roommate in New York City, God bless, I love you, Roland, who's now a huge stylist out in Los Angeles, but he was voted the worst karaoke singer 3 years in a row in New York City, and it's painfully beautiful. It's so much heart and so much into it, but it is so flat and so like, oh, God bless you.
Yeah,
But to
but
get
you
the
know, they
worst,
also have that
that's-
show on the Food Network, The Worst Cooks in America.
True.
There is a place for everybody in this world,
That's
you guys.
right,
right.
Mel. That's absolutely right. So, what keeps your tours fresh? Like since Renee and I went on one of your incredible tours, what's a good remix if there is locals out there that did experience one of your award-winning tours? What do they do next with you?
Well, luckily we do have great support from our locals, and we have a lot of locals that have decided this is a great thing to do when they have a visitor. They're like, I don't have to do the work. You do all the work.
Yeah.
So we take them around. So a lot of locals, and we have some that have been on 10, 12 or more tours. So what we do is we keep a history of the venues, the places you visited, the things that you've done in our system. So when you rebook a tour, we can go back and go, okay, we did this, this, and this. Let's find them all new venues. And sometimes we do have people that go, hey, we love this place. We want all new ones, but can we go back there? I
Oh,
want my
interesting. Oh, that's
and we
cool.
will do our best to accommodate your wants and needs
Yeah.
for the tour. So we try to really change it up every time.
That is a great idea. Just because you want that experience to be memorable, and sometimes people, your regulars, are bringing other new people in too.
Right.
So you do kind of get that fun. Do you like seasonally pick out? Like, are you guys working on your spring summer schedule now and what that looks like?
Yeah, we have lots of different tours that we do. Not only walking and riding, we have electric vehicles that hold up to 8 or 9. So we can go a little further on we did the riding one.
That's
so
right.
we actually will go over the Bridge of Lions so they get to experience
Super
that.
fun.
And we take them to Anastasia Island because the boulevard now is incredible. What
Yeah.
a foodie lane it has become now.
It's true.
Right?
Right.
So true.
So
But they
we-
kind of need it over in Anastasia because we have lost a lot. But I love this new remix where Black Fly's going into the
People are moving and
right,
shaking.
Yeah,
Yep,
I love that.
yep. So
And the
we
roller
do-
skating rink too, another big one.
Right,
That's going to
yeah.
be a resurgence of
Yeah,
energy.
maybe we can work that into a.
That would be fabulous. Tommy's amazing. You would love to work with him. He's a
That would
great
be
guy.
fun.
Yeah.
So we're always looking for new things, new ideas. We do pub crawls, like you talked about the Mrs. Roper's Romp. Consistently, we do in October, we do the pub crawl with Beetlejuice,
Oh,
which
fun.
is
Yeah.
amazing.
He's amazing. Big shout out to
On the-
Scott. We
on
love
the
him.
On the line of the Grinch and
Yeah.
Scrooge and all that. We do an island vibe tour where we only take you to the island, and we
Oh,
do all
wow.
kinds of. My island vibe tour in particular, I might have lays on the
Fun.
cart and grass skirts, which even if you're a guy, you're wearing the grass skirt.
It's very
I love
natural.
it.
Yeah,
So,
beautiful. Good. Get them out of their
so
box.
we have games, and so we really do a lot of different things. We've been partnering now with the Feed Mill. I don't know.
We
if you guys
love the Feed Mill. They're on our Sonny's list. They're so incredible.
Unbelievable. What a great venue. So we've been partnering with them with some food tastings and pairings with wine out on the farm.
I got to tell you, that's a really cool idea because it is such an untapped resource out there. And there's so many beautiful farms, especially the feed mill. I mean, that was where you guys held your annual event, right? This
Yep.
is where you got the big
Yep.
award. This was awesome.
That was where it all happened,
Talk
where the magic
about
happened.
this. Did you have any idea that you were going to get this award?
Well, I mean, you know, it's not that there's 500 employees, so there's
Yeah.
only so many.
But only the best of the best can be a
And,
tour guide at
well,
tasting tours.
And it is it's based on a lot of things. One being 5-star reviews, and I did get a few of those.
That's amazing. I'm one of them. I gave you a 5-star for sure.
Listen, your review.
I'm a writer.
I was
so-
like, again, who are we talking about?
No.
Oh, it was so special, though. It really was truly special. I mean, if you can remember our group, like, we were with a bunch of random people, and where some people would have anxiety on that, you would be
Yeah.
a little bit like, I'm not sure. But then you can see the conversations grow. We've made really good connections. We've made really good friends. And then by the end, we're singing happy birthday. We're having a great time. And we've met some new, incredible people that have new stories to tell. I love that.
Yeah, and I think people are there having fun. I mean, it's a fun event.
Yeah.
And it's a great experience. People are having fun, so they just kind of have this fun together.
Mm-hmm.
I've had people hugging each other at the, or I'm like, okay, where can I? And they're like, oh no, we're going with this new couple.
I
We're
love
We're
it.
going to the teeny.
Oh, I
You know,
love
And
that.
they all just have they have fun together. They go off. They become
Yay.
Facebook friends. So we've
Is
had
that
some really
important to
cool
you?
relationships.
Do you like that? Do you like
oh
that?
my gosh! Listen, the whole thing for me is, I want you to have the best experience of, at least in St. Augustine.
Yeah.
And when people leave, I want them hugging each other, hugging me, saying this is the best, being thankful and grateful. And that's what I want.
Yeah.
That I want you to walk away having this much better understanding of our city, not only the history, but how the food, how it's developed between, from the Spanish influence we have, to the strong Menorcan. I love talking about the daddle pepper, all these things that people have never maybe heard about before.
Yeah.
Just integrating it. And then at the end, I want them to walk away going, my gosh, that
Yeah.
was memorable.
I love that.
And that's what they're going to remember when they come to
So
St.
what is
Augustine.
something that people get wrong about St. Augustine? Do you ever like have to like correct somebody on some history? Because that's hard as a tour guide. You don't want to lose that enthusiasm.
Well, it's funny because I'm always like, what did you hear on the trolley?
Yeah.
So it can get interesting, but again, I'm going to kind of go back to the civil rights thing. People are absolutely floored.
Yeah.
And I don't, obviously, again, I'm not delving deep. I'm just giving kind of the stories that I think are really what made us an integral part of the Civil Rights Movement and the Civil Rights Act being signed by President Johnson
Yes,
in
yes.
1964. And it's continually surprising to me how people are just like, what?
I always
Yeah.
say like the horror story or it's somebody else's survival guide. Because we had to go and persevere through that, and literally as a Southern conservative town, we had to rise up through that, and that's what Dr. King saw and took that beautiful moment up to D.C. I mean, our civil rights is just incredible in this town, and now we have this beautiful monument. Did you see the new statue that we got?
I just saw it. I did it. Well, I was doing a tour last night.
I like it.
And I finally got to, because I hadn't been downtown in a couple of days.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was my first tour in a few days, and I saw it, and I did see a lot of people. I don't know if they thought it was a lot of touching.
Yeah.
Like, I think they think they're like, that guy that dresses in a bush
Oh,
and
yeah.
jumps out. I think people might think
It
it's,
looks very real.
yeah, and I think people might think it's somebody in makeup, and they're like,
Yeah.
And then when they realize they're sitting, getting their photo taken, so I hope they're reading learning more about who
About
he
Frederick
was,
Douglass,
and-
yeah.
Well, hopefully they learned in school.
Absolutely true.
Well,
and if not, then that's what we're here for. I think that this is a great
Right.
learning. Listen, I learn new things in this town every single day, which this is why I love doing what I do, because we can put these beautiful stories together and really highlight these moments. So I think it's interesting because it's unorthodox to have a statue sitting down, but then
Yeah.
so is the Henry Flagler one over by Potter's Wax Museum. He's sitting down too. So
Right,
it's kind of
right.
like that. And you do see people interact a little bit more with the bronzes. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. It doesn't seem maybe so overbearing or something
Yeah.
if you're looking up at this person staring down at you.
Right. So let's go back to award night, just because I love a drama moment. You're sitting there, you have no idea what's going to happen? And is there like an envelope moment, and then they read who the winner is?
Yeah, they kind of go over the different criteria that they look for in the tour guide of the year.
Cool.
So they go over all that, and then they talk about some stats, about how many reviews. They even look at the number of tours you gave within that year, and the ratio of 5-star reviews you got.
Oh.
Gotcha.
With your name in them. By the way, Kimberly.
Okay.
Has to be in the review to
Got
get
it.
credit.
Got it.
So they even look at the ratio.
Okay.
And our team is incredible. I'm surrounded by some incredible people. So it was I have to say, an incredible honor, because the talent that I'm surrounded with at tasting tours, holy moly.
Yeah, really, truly.
Really, really amazing tour
And they're
guides.
all lovely, dynamic individuals that just love our town, which is that's the basis of what Tasting Tours is all about. I love that experience. So, what's something new on the tour? Is there new wine that we're trying? Is there new spots that we're going for this spring and summer?
Yes, we have a few. I have a few really amazing favorites. The bad thing is sometimes they're hard for me to get into, because places, if they're smaller or super busy, but I plan my tours way out in advance so I can get my peeps to some really amazing venues. Right now, my new absolute favorite is Modern Rose.
Oh, fun.
The tea room.
Oh,
It's beautiful in there.
first of all, the food. I will tell you, it's smaller. You need reservations. It's super popular. The food is super fresh, so it does take a little bit longer sometimes. So the wait times are longer. The lines are longer. If you don't have a reservation, you might want to forget it. But the food is fantastic. I have eaten so many, because not only do I take tours there, but I go there myself. So,
Yeah.
and I tell my tours, listen, if I go here,
Yeah.
you know this, I'm not just telling
Right.
you I'm taking you to my
So
favorite
you
places.
do pre-research before you jump in the mix. It's not just that they're a part of the sponsorship or whatever on the tour.
No,
I love that. Okay.
Listen, our partners are true partners.
Love that.
They are chef-centric, very good at what they do, and they help us curate what would be perfect for the tour, because obviously you're not going to get a full entree, but you can attest you get a pretty darn good
Absolutely.
portion.
And it's you have just enough room to go to the next spot too.
Right.
Which that's what I love too, because you just don't want to feel full and you're like stuffed that you can't, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's a little schmecking when it beckons. I love that. So talk about what we can look forward to with tours this spring and summer.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not privy to
Good.
the behind the scenes, so I can't give you a whole lot of info other than I know we'll probably be doing some of the tried and trues, like some of our pub crawls.
Okay.
For sure in October. Beetlejuice is every year.
Okay.
Mrs. Roper's Romp was pretty darn
I
popular.
mean,
so
people
that-
still talk about it to this day.
I know. And I'm surprised, like these young girls, I'm like, are
I
you
love
old
it.
enough to even know who Mrs. Roper
Yeah.
was?
So
I mean, come
cool,
on.
yeah.
We'll probably look at some other pub crawls are always fun, and to do whatever kind of is the fun thing at the moment or something exciting. So we'll probably do a bunch of different themed pub crawls, because those go over really well.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing, I do know going forward, we're going to be doing, like I said, some events with the feed mill. So
Love
I
this.
would look out for that.
Best pizza
And
ever.
the
Love
be-
their pizza. God
Oh
sakes,
my
it's
gosh,
so good out
so
there.
good on Saturdays. You can go
Yes.
get their pizza. What I would suggest is following us on social media and going to our website, because that's going to be the best way to see the upcoming tours and see all the, and I will call it shenanigans, because
Yeah.
it is shenanigans. with us.
Absolutely.
I mean, shenanigans. I always say we need a reality show.
It's
Yeah,
really great. That's a
no.
great idea.
It's stuff that goes on is
Just
crazy.
because it's so full of life, this isn't like a wah wah wah
No
wah
reality
moment.
show.
Yeah, we may
Oh.
or may not have been screaming at the Treasury as we drove by.
Yeah, that's right. For the Women's Expo, you guys were in there and we were on the tour. That was so fun.
Do you like to play games?
Oh,
Maybe.
okay,
All right,
okay.
well,
Maybe.
we're going to play a game. It's rapid fire.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you two things, this or that, and then you answer real fast. Don't think.
Okay, I answer this. Or
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
or-
There'll be two
or the-
options, and you
okay.
say which one you
Ready?
prefer.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sangria or craft cocktail?
Craft cocktail.
Ghost story or love story?
Ooh, love story.
Ooh, good one.
Fun fact or juicy scandal?
Fun fact.
Okay.
Kind of boring. I know.
Cobblestones or waterfront views?
Oh, waterfront views.
Small intimate group or big lively crowd?
I can't say both.
You can if you want. That's
can.
fine.
All right. Spanish colonial drama or Henry Flagler flair?
Henry Flagler.
Okay. Dessert stop or savory bite?
Well, for me personally, it's definitely the sweet.
Okay,
Sweet tooth.
got it.
Yeah.
The dessert.
Secret local spot or iconic must see?
Secret local spot.
Yeah.
That's a great answer.
Oldest city flex or underdog hidden story?
Hidden story.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Like that. Like that too.
Sunrise tour or sunset stroll?
Great answer.
Ooh, sunset.
Yeah,
Sunset.
that's a magical
If
time.
St. Augustine were a vibe, what would the vibe be?
Beauty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Beauty.
sure.
Beauty.
So much beauty in this history and so much beauty in tasting tours. If anyone's on the fence right now, Kimberly, tell them why to book a tour with tasting tours.
Well, I would say the three things for me that you're going to get out of it are going to be food, the beauty, and the history. Because obviously we're pairing food with all the different venues and history, the beauty of our town, the landscape, the water, the bayfront, the ocean, the architecture. The architecture is incredible if you just look up. We have that plus the people.
Yeah.
Our people are beautiful here. We
Yes.
have a beautiful community. We're so supportive. And I think even when you're on the tours and we're driving around, and let me tell you, I am known to, I love having a little horn. Beep, beep.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I will beep at people. I will yell out at them. I will tell them I love their outfit. And the
Yeah.
people on the tours love it because we interact with people on the street, and everyone is so wonderful and gracious and fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
So book today, Sonnies. This is an incredible tour. Thank you so much for your time.
You're
And
welcome. Thank you for having
congratulations
me.
on this
Congratulations.
incredible award.
Thank you.
It's so
Thank
fun
you.
to celebrate you. We got to have more of you on Sunny TV. Promise?
Okay? Oh, I would love it.
Okay, awesome.
Next, I'll bring Humphrey.
I love it.
Oh my
Let's do
God,
it.
stop it. Yes. Bring him.
He likes the camera.
Folks, we're going to take a quick break with Maritime Creative and Flashes and Brilliance.
Maritime Vibe Check!
Fresh version.
When the lights come on and the magic begins,
There's a crew behind the scenes that always wins.
Maritime Creative. They set the stage.
From sound to lights to video waves.
Big show, small space, doesn't matter a bit.
They show up, they glow up, they make it all lit.
No panic, no chaos, just smooth, clean flow.
They take a wild idea and make it glow.
Need a vibe, they build it.
Have a dream, they get it.
From spark to spotlight, they never forget it.
I trust them, I love them, they come on through.
Maritime Creative, that's the real stuff, boo.
So if you want your moment to rise and shine,
Call the crew that always gets it right every time. It's Maritime. Got gold? Got silver? Got a drawer full of what even is this? Then it's time to cash in with Flashes and Brilliance, Northeast Florida's most trusted gold buyers. They're not just buying gold, they're buying silver, rare coins, fine watches, estate jewelry, and all the sparkle you forgot you had. Don't just sit on your treasure. Turn it into cash today. Call John and Steph, the pros who make it easy. 904-540-7617. It's fast, it's friendly, it's Flashes and Brilliance, because your buried treasure belongs in your bank account.
Oh, right. What a great chat with Kimberly
good.
from Tasting Tours. Such a great company. You guys got to support Tasting Tours and get to know our town a little bit better. Speaking of which, we've got a really thing that we could get to know better, which is Epic Flower and Garden Expo coming up. So, Sonnies, if your yard is looking like it survived a mild emotional breakdown,
stop talking about me like I'm not here.
we got plans for you. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I didn't cover them.
Yes, you did not.
I did not, but I believe in them. I believe they're going to come back.
Well, they're gone.
No, they're not. They're taking a nap.
She didn't cover her tropical plants during like how many? We had 3 freezes or something crazy. Like, yeah, she should cover them.
They're coming back. I could
As
promise.
long as they're coming back, but that's good news. But if in case they are not coming back, you can replace them at this great Epic Flower and Garden Expo happening March 28th and 29th at Sykes Family Farms in Elkton. Plants, flowers, garden, food, trucks, 50-50 raffle, all the things.
Yeah, all the things I need to rebuild my tropical garden again.
So you've been to this expo before. You said this is excellent.
Yes.
The pricing is nice. It's not like
Yes.
big box store
No,
pricing.
I used to work for Epic, and this was out of all the events they do, this one is definitely my favorite.
Oh.
Like gardening people and plant people, they're so chill. There was like no drama. Everyone was happy. It's $5 to get in.
Okay.
Kids 12 and under are free.
Okay.
There's free parking. You can wander around. There's also food trucks. There is like a kid zone area, and then they do lectures from these different like famous plant people.
Yeah.
That tell you different things. My favorite lecture was the guy.
Botanists, yeah.
The guy that does the palm trees and stuff. He's really entertaining.
Yeah, because palm trees need like a specific kind of soil
Yeah.
to flourish in. So yeah, you get to learn all the different nuances and how to be successful with plants in your backyard. I love this. I love that it's a fundraiser
Oh
for
my God!
Epic.
My mom said, "David, I saw those poor plants, and she felt bad for them." Mom.
Yeah, I know. I know. We'll do the Rosary Maria together around the plants. Hopefully they come to life. If not, she can spend $5 and be able to get some new fresh plants.
Yep.
March 28th, 9 to 5, just like Dolly Parton style. March 29th, 10 to 3. I guess that's the remix. Sykes Family Farms.
Yep.
We'll be in the tropical aisle.
I'm going.
Grazing.
I love it. It's
Yeah.
such a great event.
Hey, remember when we talked to Dr. Diana Jordan Baldwin?
Yeah.
Well, they've got a really cool event coming up. Women Who Served Alliance has a black tie gala. Sonnies, if you're looking for elegance, honor, and a little black tie sparkle for the weekend, we've got a little something for you.
And if you look good in a gown and know how to hold a cocktail with purpose.
Right, on March 7th, the Women Who Served Alliance Black Tie Gala is happening over at the Willie Gallimore Center from 3 to 7 p.m.
Yes, this is Women's History Month, celebrating, honoring women veterans and civic
Yeah.
leaders who have all served our country and our community. Real power, real resilience, and real heals.
I love all of this, and our dear friend Dr. Diana
Yes.
Jordan Baldwin is chairing the event. Veteran, she's an author and a community powerhouse. We love her so much. This is going to be amazing.
Absolutely. And they'll be honoring incredible women like Helena Washington, Lynn Geyser, and Tiffany Holmes with live jazz and awards ceremony at 5:30. Dining, signature cocktails, dancing, the whole shebang.
Did you see that list? Who's on that list that we love is Lynn Geyser.
Yes.
Remember we interviewed her for Hope for Veterans. Amazing
So
lady.
good.
Doing some really cool things. I love that. Tickets are $100. It's a black tie moment. Civil leaders, women veterans, community champions.
Yes, so put on the gown, support the mission, and celebrate women who serve.
That's right. March 7th. Save that date. Hey, guys,
Absolutely.
get ready for this cool story. Beachside makes a sports ball moment, right? Look at that.
Sports ball.
This is not just a sports headline. This is a community moment. Beachside High School, a program that has never made it past the second round, just delivered Northeast Florida's first boys soccer state championship since 2017. Let that sink in. That's almost 10 years. That's amazing. They were the legacy powerhouse. They weren't the legacy powerhouse. They were the long-established dynasty. They were out there. They were given the vibes, baby, of champions. So this is great. Overtime happened, and then 2-1 penalty kick, state title. This isn't just a win. This is a belief that meeting preparation in the exact right second. That was a group of young men refusing to blink when the pressure hit. That's amazing. Congratulations to this team.
Yes. So the program is still relatively young.
Okay.
They built this from scratch and climbed fast. This doesn't happen without serious culture, good coaching, parents, and the athletes all buying in. They had to stay composed in overtime, and that's mental toughness. And that's a nod to the coaches, keeping their athletes level-headed in a time of overtime. Like, face it, we all want to win. Nobody gets in a competitive sport and says, "Hey, I hope I suck today." Like,
Yeah. And
you know, congrats to them.
I love when something has never been done before.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that it can't ever be done. It just means that someone hasn't decided to do it yet. Well, this team rallied. Congratulations. Beachside's doing some great thing. Teacher of the Year
Yeah,
is
and
coming.
they're the only school in the county that has a veterinary program. And I found out the teacher who teaches that class brings his service dog to the school.
That's amazing. I'm
I
telling
think
you,
that's pretty
Beachside,
amazing.
that's our brand new high school. I'm pretty impressed. That's amazing.
Yes.
Speaking about schools, let's stay on this subject because this has been a hot topic in the blogs. Recalibration, not retreat, the future of St. Johns County schools. This one matters because it touches almost every family in the county. St. Johns County School District is navigating a projected, what, 23 million?
23 million budget shortfall.
That number sounds big, and it is, but here's important. This isn't about failure, it's about adjustments. And I think that's where Sunny TV is going to lean in on this story, as opposed to focusing on why the deficit is happening. Let's talk about the adjustment. Enrollment growth didn't just hit projections. State funding formulas shifted, so school choice programs expanded, and when the math changes, the budget has to follow. So yes, the district is looking at cost-saving measures, possibly slightly larger class sizes, tightening operations, and making strategic decisions. But here's the part that we can't miss. Even while facing this financial pressure, St. Johns County continues to rank as one of the top performing schools in the districts in the entire state of Florida. So the academic achievement is still elite. Graduation outcomes are still strong, community involvement will be high, and this isn't a collapse story, it's a recalibration story. About how community handles recalibration says everything about who we are. Pause, excellence doesn't disappear because the budget tightens, it adapts to it.
Yeah, parents are understandably concerned about class sizes, but the academic metrics remain strong across the board. St. John's has built a reputation for excellence over decades, and that culture doesn't vanish overnight because of one fiscal adjustment. Community engagement is high, and that gives the district room to problem solve collaboratively instead of reactively.
So growth isn't always straight up. Sometimes it levels out on foundations and can be strengthened. And I think that St. Johns County consistently ranking among the Florida's highest performing districts is a standardized assessment and graduating rates. I think that's still a level of success that we need to keep talking about. Yeah, people are concerned about it, but I actually think just because they were given the ramifications of the shifting from the state funding, and so they have to pivot on their budget.
Yeah, but then it makes me worry about what programs are going to get cut.
Right. Well, some things need to be cut, and some things need to be recalibrated. I mean, what else are they going to do? They have a $23 million budget. If you were in that position, what would you do? You would have to make cuts somewhere.
So what do you cut?
I mean, you need to cut the things that are the fat, the things that are not working, or the things, okay, we got rid of the St. Johns County Technical High School, but we didn't get rid of those programs. We moved them over to St. Augustine High School. So we got rid of all that building expenses there. It's little pivots like that that are going to have to happen. They're going to have to. There's nothing, I mean, we're still a teacher
struggling
shortage.
to get teachers, yeah, and then they're building that new school over in Silverleaf's opening in August, and what if they can't find teachers for it?
I mean, these are why these people are in these higher positions. I mean, it is crazy, but it's also a reality. I mean, when federal funding changes the tide, you have to learn how to pivot your boat and your ship to be able to make sure that everything stays afloat.
Didn't St. Johns County vote for the 1% part of the property tax going to the schools, or something with our taxes going
That
to
got
schools?
voted down. We did not do the half
I
cent
voted
tax.
for that.
Well, we didn't pass, but maybe now it's something that we need to look at. I don't know. We'll have to see, but we'll definitely be looking at this story a little bit closer to making sure that the schools are running safe and sound. Let's go to Old Town Trolley.
Sit back and relax and take it easy, baby, and let it go as Old Town Trolley's licensed and talented tour conductors share over 500 years of St. Augustine history. Guests will enjoy the city's European flavor, brick-lined streets, and sites such as the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Henry Flagler's former Ponce de Leon Hotel. This 90-minute tour features 22 stops and covers more than 100 points of interest. Guests can use their ticket all day for on and off reboarding. You got to check out hometownpass.com.
Oh, right. We are back. Oh, I've got a whale story. You guys like whales?
Yeah, you got a whale of a tail?
I would love to go on the only cruise I think I really truly
one.
want to do on my bucket list is the Alaskan cruise. I want to see the whales. That would be so beautiful. But I got an adorable story. It's scientific and low-key motivational. Researchers are studying humpback whales.
Look at him having fun.
Look at that. They have discovered that older male whales are more successful at mating because they sing better. That's
Oh.
right. The ocean has a major talent show going on. The whales with deeper, more refined, more experienced songs. The ones that are getting the girls, apparently. It turns out practice matters, experience matters, and apparently confidence underwater travels miles. As humpback populations recover from near extinction, females might be getting a little pickier, which means the whales who have been around the longest perfecting their melodies have an advantage. So if you thought your voice gets better with age, science has backed that up. Anywhere, somewhere in the Atlantic, an older male is absolutely winning karaoke night tonight, and he might just get the girl. So honestly, I respect this little nature moment.
This is awesome. Humpback whales produce some of the most complex songs in the animal kingdom.
Oh.
Long, structured sequences that can last for hours.
Mm.
Their songs can travel for miles underwater, making them one of nature's most powerful communicators.
Oh.
Whale songs actually evolve over time. Entire populations can adopt new variations, like a trending hit that spreads through the ocean. Researchers link vocal performance with genetic paternity, meaning the better singers were more likely to father calves.
Wow. So,
I think that's
geez,
so good.
If Frank Sinatra came back as a whale, I bet
Oh
you
my
he's
God,
the cat's
stop.
meow once again.
He's getting all the girls.
Hey, you like the game Monopoly?
I love the game Monopoly.
I hate it.
Park Place.
I can't stand it because I never do good at this, but there's apparently a Monopoly world champion that is sharing secrets out there and how to always beat your family, okay?
Oh.
So, well, not literally, I mean, not physically, but just literally. Okay. As the classic board game Monopoly turns 90 years old, we have
Wow.
official wisdom from the Monopoly world champion on how to beat the family at the game. There's a world champion on the board game that drives apparently this game to success. This guy didn't just play Monopoly; he mastered it. He picked the best properties, negotiated the deals, and even beat the game in less than an hour. Dang! During championship play, the golden rule: he says, buy the orange properties.
Okay.
Those are statistically the best spots for landing money as players loop around the board. He
Oh.
also says you should pretty much buy anything you land on, build houses quickly, and yes, even use jail strategically when the board gets dangerous.
Interesting.
Honestly, the guy's tips are like a blend of Business 101, Licensed Family Annoyer 101 as well. So, anybody hate Monopoly out there? But maybe we can start liking it.
The champion is a 65-year-old lifelong fan of Monopoly who actually won the world title back in the 1980s. He's been collecting boards ever since, hundreds of them, because Monopoly isn't just his game, it's his lifestyle.
Yeah, like, does anybody play this game?
I haven't played in a long time.
But now I know to buy the orange properties.
Why does this sound like something Jenna's teaching us?
I know. You know what? That's a
Does
really
Jenna
good question.
play Monopoly?
Does Jenna play Monopoly?
And what's her strategy?
There should be like a St. Augustine Monopoly version. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be hilarious.
Actually, I would love to play that. That would
Let's
be
do
great.
it.
So that's
McDonald's
cute.
has a Monopoly game, and you can win like free French fries and stuff.
Oh, remember that was a whole big scandal.
Yeah.
Did you see that documentary?
No, I don't want to watch it because
Oh,
I like.
Mel, you need to.
I love McDonald's French fries.
So there's this documentary, I believe it's on Netflix, and it's all about how like this was like a mafia-run contest, and that McDonald's had like no idea that this company that put it on was really truly a part of the mafia, and it was
my
a
God,
rigged
stop.
game. Oh, you can deep dive. I'm going to send you this link because it is
I will.
very
I will
fascinating.
deep dive in that.
Yes.
You guys ready for Motown Monday?
Ooh, Patty said she thinks there is a Monopoly version of St. Augustine.
Oh
wow.
yeah, there is one. You can buy it at Walgreens
At Walgreens.
and the CVS.
Oh my goodness! Well, if anyone's at one of those stores today, please send me a selfie.
David
I'd love
and
to
I
see
will
that.
play it.
I will. I'd love to play it. Yeah.
It'll be fun.
All right, let's get into the
So
music.
here we go.
What is it today?
I've got sunshine
On a cloudy day.
on a Motown Monday.
Yes, it's Motown Monday for the dads. My
Here we
dad
go.
loved Motown
And so
music.
did mine.
I grew up listening to oldies music in the back of the Dodge Charger. I remember. All right.
So
go ahead.
Smokey Robinson wrote this song specifically to showcase Temptations member David Ruffin's voice. It became Motown's first #1 pop hit in 1965.
I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, my girl, my girl. Talking about my girl, my girl. I love that song.
Here we go. Stop in the name of love.
Before you break my heart, think it all over.
So, that iconic hand gesture, totally spontaneous. Diana Ross just did it during rehearsal and it stuck. The song went #1 and helped make the Supremes the most commercially successful Motown act of all time.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
All right, guys, get ready for this
Here we
Sunshine
go.
Shenanigans story. This is the promotion that came with no money and a villain origin story.
Oh, Lord.
So picture it. We've all been in those jobs. You get promoted, big title, big responsibility, and you were handpicked. Very flattering and shiny moment. Only catch? No raise until your team hits performance standards. Okay, fine. Game on. Okay, I get it. 2 years go by. You build that team from stressed out spreadsheet gremlins into a statistical Olympian level. But best numbers the company has never seen. And you ask for your review every single quarter. Every quarter, a mysterious fog rolls in. Not this time. Next quarter, budget constraints. And then one time, Mercury's in retrograde. So finally, you bring in HR because you're not crazy, you're crushing it. And suddenly, wow, a review date appears magically on the calendar. Now, here's where the villain twirls his metaphorical mustache. 1 week before your review, the week you're finally getting to get paid the pay that you actually are earning, your direct supervisor, who also happens to be the CEO, and a micromanaging asshole, quietly rewrites the minimum performance standards just high enough to put your team barely under the new bar standard.
Ugh.
Coincidence? Sure. Just like raccoons running a hedge fund. So at your review in front of HR, he expresses his deep disappointment in you and suggests you need to go the extra mile. So you're stunned, you're furious, you're slightly vibrating, but it's the CEO, and who do you report to? The sky? I mean, honestly, you need to report
board.
to the CEO. So you grind harder, you neglect sleep, you ignore your family, you turn your team into a performance machine powered by caffeine and spite. And guess what? You hit the new bar, the new standards anyway. Victory feels so good. But our villain doesn't play checkers. He flips the board in this story. He pulls you into a meeting about a training handout, weird vibes. Every time you try to assign ownership or deadlines, he dodges. Eventually, he tables the whole thing. You file your notes, move on because it was tabled. 1 month later, HR calls you in. You're written up for failing to issue the handout that he was giving you. He told me to table it.
You tabled it.
He told me to table it.
This is a setup. They don't want you to work there anymore.
The
They're finding a
CEO
reason.
arrives with his own typed notes claiming you were assigned a task and you say he's lying. He looks offended. You're labeled combative. You're demoted. Off the team that you built. Off the role that you earned. Replaced by his favorite sycophant with a clipboard and a personality of beige drywall.
Yes person.
And that's it. No dramatic comeback montage, no courtroom confession, no HR redemption arc, just corporate gaslighting wrapped in a polo shirt. So, Sunshine Shenanigans moral of the story today is sometimes you can do everything right, and sometimes the villain owns the castle, sometimes the scoreboard is rigged, and here's the quiet twist. Leaders who sabotage talent eventually build rooms full of mediocrity.
That is true.
You walked away with your integrity. You built the throne of insecurity. The thrones built like that, they wobble. Maybe not today, maybe not with fireworks, but they wobble. Now, deep breath. Next time, we're telling a story about a raccoon hedge fund going under, I promise.
I heard the best quote yesterday. I read it, and it said, "You could be the most beautiful, perfect shade of green, but sometimes people's favorite color is blue."
Oh, yeah, that is
Right?
true. That is actually really profound.
I'm telling you, and I think we've all been in that work position at some point. And you know what? Sometimes you just have to learn to say, you know what? I'm out of here, man.
Yeah, these jobs are jobs. They cannot define your life.
No.
You can't do that. You can't do that pressure to yourself.
So we're doing a new segment called Mel's Bravo Report.
All
'Cause
right.
I love Bravo. I love the Real Housewives franchise. I do. So today we are talking about the Real Housewives of New Jersey, and we're talking about Miss Teresa Giudice herself. She shot to fame when she had that infamous scene at the dinner where she flipped the table over on Danielle because Danielle Staub had a book out and it mentioned Teresa. So that's what she was pissed off about.
Prostitution
whore. Teresa then did a stint with her husband Joe Giudice because they both got caught with tax fraud. They both went to prison.
Oh.
Joe got deported. He now lives in the Bahamas. He was in Italy for a while, but he now lives in the Bahamas.
Oh, I thought he was in Italy. So he's in Bahamas now.
He's been in the Bahamas for a while.
And this was Teresa's first husband.
Yes, he's actually doing very well. Then Teresa got remarried to Louis, who's another piece of work. They got in trouble for tax evasion again.
Again?
Yes, she's leaving him, though, and she will be moving to Miami because one of her daughters goes to the University of Miami. She wants to be closer to her. So we don't know if she's going to join the Real Housewives of Miami cast. The cast in Miami does not want her.
Oh, really?
So we'll see. But it may be a franchise.
I wonder how
crossover.
she was at BravoCon with them. Did they just not get along, or that?
I don't know if she went, but I do know her and her brother, Joe Gorga, sat down.
Yeah.
With Melissa, they sat down. They finally agreed to have some type of truce.
Oh, that's nice.
They
Because that
kind
was
of said, you know what, there's things we're not going to get over. Let's just agree to disagree and
So those of you that are rolling your eyes at the screen right now, you need to learn this because you'll be able to have these conversations at your checkout line in Publix. Why with the tax evasion? You had this really interesting definition.
A lot of these people wash their money. That's a term. It's called wash your money. It's like when people do racketeering, where they have businesses and then they put the money in those businesses, and it looks legit, but it's really not. It's
like
you're
expenses.
thieving.
You were saying something about expenses.
They take their expenses sometimes, and then they'll say like, oh, this is for instance, a construction business. This is for materials. But the money doesn't go to the materials. The money goes into their own pocket, but they have a way. It's like a sleight of hand thing.
Right.
Where they'll put their money, like a portion of it, but it's not all of it, and then there's not a receipt to show taxes. So
Seems like this is a lot going on because every time I turn around,
it's also known as laundering money.
Yeah.
But the term washing money actually came from the racketeering era when they started to take the mafia down, and they figured out like sanitation.
Yeah.
Engineering was a big one back in New York in the 80s, I believe.
Wow.
You're welcome. I will be teaching you all things Bravo. I enjoy the Bravo verse, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that enjoy the Bravo universe. One day, my older sister Christy and I, 'cause she loves it with me, we're going to go to BravoCon.
Oh, I think you
I'm
should.
doing it.
That would be cool. You can be on Sunny TV and broadcast live from
Yes.
BravoCon. That'd be amazing. Hey, Sunnies, there comes a moment in every life when you have to decide, will I echo the noise or will I become the voice? You're not placed here to blend into the static. You were placed here to shift the atmosphere. History does not move because of the loudest crowd. It moves. One steady heart refuses to bow down. So stand up. Stand when it would be easier to scroll. Stand when it would be easier to stay silent. Stand when the room expects you to sit down. Courage is rarely comfortable. Purpose is rarely convenient, but progress is always belonging to the ones who step forward before they felt ready. This week, do not ask permission to exist fully. Do not negotiate your own potential. Do not rehearse the reasons you should wait. Walk in your truth, speak with conviction, and lead with the light. Of course, we got your back on Sunny TV.
Yeah, I love the affirmations. And special shout out to Miss Kimberly, Tasting Tours Tour Guide of the Year.
I know, super proud of her. She was
so
amazing,
excited.
amazing chat. Hey, let's give a special shout out to these sponsors that make these shows
Yes.
possible.
The Bailey Group, All-American Air, Maritime Creative, Flashes and Brilliance.
Yeah, Limelight Theater, Great Expectations, Realty and Auction, Old Town Trolley.
The St. Augustine Pirate Museum, Historical Colonial Tour Experience, Emma Concert Association.
Don't forget about Bin 39, Panache, Capybara Cafe, and Ben & Jerry's.
Yes.
We will see you. The Sunshine Brigade will be back at 3 o'clock for Ooh, Honey.
Afternoon Delight.
That's right. We love you guys so much. We'll see you at 3. Bye,
Bye,
Sunnies.
guys.